Everyone, good evening. My name is Chike, and I have known Asi since 2001, almost 20 years. And on behalf of him and his wonderful bride, I want to welcome all of you here tonight. We are here to celebrate a love story of this man and this woman, this black man, this black woman, which is a story that is undertold today. But we're also here for something more and something greater, which is that two people, when the right two people come together, that they can become better and more than they are. And if you listen to their vows today, each of them said that about the other, that each of them makes them better and more than they are today. And if they can do it, we can do it, and we celebrate that as well. There'll be toasts and advice later tonight, but I'm going to be quick and just say one thing to each of them. To Asi, I said this to you earlier today, this woman is the best thing in your life, and never forget that. To Shanique, what I will tell you about this man, even though he at times will say things you would rather he not, do things you would rather he not, and I'll say from experience, he has never let me down, ever, and he will never let you down. And so the last thing I'll say is less to you, but more to the rest of us, and from the rest of us. It's said it takes a village to raise a child, and I believe the same is true of a marriage. And I think everyone here in this room commits to be that village, to make sure that from this day forward we are that village to make sure that this marriage is strong. We love you, we hope for you, we believe in you, and we wish nothing but the best for you going forward. So I would say to all who are here, please do raise a glass. Whatever you have, doesn't matter what's in the glass. And let us toast the best to Shanique and Asi. Yes.
So I'm not used to talking to a microphone. I public speak for a living, but usually the microphone's not a thing, so I apologize if I'm super loud. I'm a loud person. So if those of you who don't know me, my name is Megan. I have been friends with Shanique since first grade. And we were in the class together, but what really bonded us was a project over the Frog and Toad book. So I don't know if y'all know the Frog and Toad series. If you don't, look it up. It's stellar. I highly recommend it. And to this day, I don't remember who was Frog and who was Toad, but we were tasked with creating paper bag puppets. So again, I don't know if y'all have made paper bag puppets, but again, do that. It's real fun. So we did this together, and ever since that was like 23 years ago or something ridiculous. And we have been best friends ever since, minus like a couple dramatic days in 7th grade, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure we got an argument at one point, but we're over it. We grew, we've moved on. But we have been friends for so long, and what's really amazing about being friends with somebody as like a lifelong friend is you get to see them grow, right? You get to see them change. You get to see them explore new things. And it has been such a pleasure to watch Shanique I'm getting teared up already. Watching her get to do those things and get to explore herself and get to change as a person, right? So then 4 years ago-ish, she met Asi. And I remember the first time I met Asi, and obviously he's attractive, that's the thing. But, right, he's a good-looking fella. But I remember meeting him and immediately feeling like he was already my best friend. I'm sure you all can relate. The second you meet Asi, he gives you a nice giant warm hug, and you're in it. You're best friends for life now. But that didn't stop me from panicking when they bought a house together. So I don't know how many of you know about this. They own a house together now. But that happened maybe a year into the relationship, but it felt like a week, and I was panicking. I was like, oh my gosh, this is a terrible idea. You don't just buy houses when you've just met. That's a terrible idea. But it turns out they knew each other for a year, and here we are. So it totally worked out. But after meeting him, we spent numerous late nights talking, and many nights dancing in Albany, and many nights of me and Shanique bringing Asi food to keep him nourished while he's studying at Albany Med, because otherwise he'd be floundering. And here we are. And after those 4 years, he's it's very obvious, right? They are each other's person. And it is so beautiful to have, as a lifelong friend, to have gotten to see that whole process. and to watch her grow and to watch her become so confident in his presence and to learn all of these things about herself and about each other. So here's to them and to watching them continue to grow and to change and to teach each other so many beautiful things. I'm so excited to see where this goes. Cheers.
So, check this out. Asi said to me yesterday, as I matriculated from the airport with my bags after having 3 delays on United, don't fly them anymore, but it's between me and him. And he said to me, he said, you got things to say, right? You got a script, right? And I said, no. And he looked me in my eye, he said, you gonna have a drink in your hand. And I said, I took pills so that I can handle this and speak at the same time. So, don't worry about it, GNC for life. So, let me say something about these two. So, you know, the young generation, you know, we spend a lot of our time now on the phone and sending pictures and Snapchat or Chatham or Instagrammy or something like that, whatever it's called. And I'm old school, but anyway. When he first showed me a picture of Shanique, you know, I knew he really liked her. Because, you know, most of the time when dudes send their homies a pic of a cute girl and you see their facial expression, if they really don't like her that much yet, they're just like, she cool, right? She cool, right? Cool. Man, this fool sent me a picture of her and then sent me a picture of him and he was like, and I was like, you know, I can dig you. And I sent him a picture back the same way. And then he came to me, you know, year and a half later, somewhere around that time, and he said, yo, Twan, finna get this house. And just like Megan said, I said, what the hell? Boy, I don't even have a house. So why am I gonna help you? He said, you know, I believe in this one. And then I was thinking to myself, because I had met Shanique already, and I was like, you know, she is the one. So she didn't know she was married already. He was trying to trap her right away. She didn't know it. She thought she was gonna get off scot-free. No. So then, what happened to me with you guys, and you guys might be able to understand this. You know, anybody who's a friend of Asi knows that you've had a life-threatening experience when you first meet him. Whether it's driving, whether it's flying, whether it's just walking hand in hand down the street, you might have died. It's all good, you know? But I didn't realize that this woman here would actually follow this man down those paths until me, him, couple of friends of his that are in the audience here, and my fiance, we went to Puerto Rico with this guy, and we went to this Mexican restaurant, and we had drinks and tacos. Do you know what he asked us to do after that? He said, we gotta go practice Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I looked at him and I said, what the hell? Right? You know what the craziest part was? I look over at Shanique and she's like, yeah. We gotta practice. We gotta get ourselves ready for this trip. What the hell? We got ready when we got on the plane, woman. Dude, and you know the craziest part about it was, and this is where I knew they were going to do this here. When we got into the gym and it smelled like feet, Cheetos, and booty crack with a little bit of sweat. Shanique was dressed before he was, ready to go. I was like, what the hell? Man, you know what? She started doing the moves, and I could have swore that Asi choked a couple times because she was in the headlock on him a couple times. I was like, get him, get him. He made us do this. Kick his butt. But forever I digress, and I say to thee and all of ye that are in this situation with us, like Chike said, we are his village, and he as well as this beautiful, damn you beautiful girl. Woo! Man, girl, you was like up in here. And whew, pound that right there. Pound that, yes, yes, yes. For this beautiful woman here, Shanique Boutel, Mr. Hey! Can we do this one more time? Shanique, Asi, we love you. Can I get it? Shanique, Asi, we love you. Welcome to the world, Mr. and Mrs. Boutel. Hey!
So thank you for coming here in this nasty weather to help us celebrate our love and our union together. In case anybody was wondering, this is why we're moving back to California. All this nonsense happening out around us in the snow and everything. I want to first give a huge thank you to Mazone Hospitality for choosing us for this great honor to be the Capital Region's Couple of the Year. So let's be honest, I don't have a job. If it was up to me, we would be at the City Hall, Justice of the Peace, that way, and then go to a bar. Like, that's what would have happened. And to every single one of the employees here who are the lifeblood of Mazone Hospitality, we thank all of you. Thank you so much for making this year just a complete joy. All the 37 vendors who came here, who donated their time, their resources, and their love for their craft to just making this year just magical for us. We've just been so blessed, and we're very, very grateful. To my family, those of blood and those not of blood, thank you so much for helping to raise me into a man worthy of this woman's love. Thank you. Thank you for being there and lifting me up always. And although they can't be here today, my parents were able to depart this life knowing that the village would pick up the torch and have my back now and forever. And to my bride's family, all sides, I look forward to getting to know you all better and being the best damn brother, cousin, son-in-law you ever had. Allie and Nate, for the first time, I'm no longer the baby sibling, and I've grown tired of always being the baby. And now we've got a lot of lost time to make up for, building forts and playing video games and freeze tag and all that. To my bride's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Woodcock, thank you for raising the kindest, sweetest, smartest, and most beautiful woman that I've ever met. Like I've said before, you and her made the most important decision of my life the easiest one. And I'll spend the rest of my life trying to prove myself worthy of her love. And to my 47 and a half groomsmen, my brothers, my wolf pack. I said a half because Devin, that's my little baby boy. I love him. Okay. Y'all know who y'all are. Even if we did run out of tuxes, I'm sorry, y'all know who you are. Each of you has taught me so much about manhood, about family, about how to follow my passions, have discipline in all that I do, how to live by a code, how to always keep my word, and follow and be a man of conviction, and to follow my mind as well as my heart. I've drawn inspiration and guidance from each of you in various ways along this journey called life, and I find that I'm at my best when I walk in all of your footsteps. I thank you all for being my brothers, and know that I will always be yours. And to my beautiful bride, my queen and my gift, thank you for saying yes. When and how did I know you were the one? More times than I can count. your work as a living saint / social worker, giving everything you have to the children and families of this city, and still having so much love left over for me and my family. Damn, screen timeout. You are the greatest blessing I've ever known. I'm so excited to build this life with you. Happy 0th wedding anniversary. Now, now, we are going to get into the party. Now, to start the party, we got a couple things I want to do. First, if your mother is here, raise your hand. If your mother's here. All right, grab her. Grab your mother, be ready, okay. And if there's multiple siblings, I guess, I don't know, rock, scissors, paper, fight to the death, oldest, whatever, okay? Now, and my mommy. I need all the mommies here. Let me know when you want to do the Wakanda Forever. Oh, it's at the end of this. All right. So, if my mother were here today, she would not want us to be sad. She'd want us to be joyful. So I didn't want to pick some slow song. I want to pick something good, fast, and upbeat. So, DJ Vinny Vin, hit that. All right, grab your mother and join me on the dance floor right now.